Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have Denier match with 1,244 rating versus Franco Persanio with 1,586 rating, so it's going to be another high rated DB video, and hopping right in, we will go ahead and we will see Denier match win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then they will go ahead and decide to go second, 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Shifter, Fuaros, Lightning Storm, Impulse, and Fadra, so even though we can most likely stop our opponent, we don't have any engine, so we need to draw into that. Then they have Bystial, Magma, Veiler, Gargoyle, Imperm, and Trudea. So this deck, the Centur-Ion deck, also has a pretty good Tenpai matchup. Its end board is just really good against it. The Synchro 8 being in graveyard is just really good against it. But okay, they're going to go normal Trudea effect. So also, just a note, they don't drop Shifter in the draw phase. I think it's probably because they want their opponent to commit, so that way they can get Fuaros draws, because they just have no engine. So Trudea in the Primera, special Primera effect, go search out Wake Up Centur-Ion, activate Wake Up Centur-Ion. That's something that we could change Shifter to, so that way Wake Up doesn't hit the graveyard, which wouldn't matter until next turn, but I'm pretty sure we drop Fuaros anyways on resolution. Yep, just like that. So now they're gonna go special Bystial, banish Shifter, affect the search during the end phase. Okay, and then synchro off into a Dispatter. They draw into an Impulse there. Yeah, and Wake Up doesn't like lock you into anything, so that's fine. It's only what's it called that locks you. The Oath does lock you though. But they're gonna go summon Dispatter effect, the special back out the Primera, and then just go set Imperm, pass. We will not try to do anything more there, but they are supposed to search for a Dragon during the end phase, which they have forgotten to do. They draw Pot of Prosperity. Okay, there we go. Okay, they're also going to search the Rebellion. Okay, so Pot of Prosperity should get us there. Activate Pot, go ahead and banish 6, and then, well, we banish 7 there. Okay, so banish 6, and then we get to look at the top 6. That will show us engine. Obviously, none of the first 4, but Chandra or Pydra is what we will grab there. Chandra also works with the Fadra in hand, but so does Pydra, technically, because you could normal summon, grab Kaiman, and then battle phase Kaiman, search Genroku, special Fadra, and then you have Genroku that will just special itself out. But that also gets hit way harder by a hand trap or a non-engine. So we're just going to go ahead and grab Chandra, then Lightning Storm, because it's not like we can get hit with Veiler, because we're under Shifter. But they're going to go Lightning Storm, they go Trudea effect the special, we go Chain Dominus Impulse, just that way it's going to go normal Chandra, battle phase, beat over token, and also like Dispatter also could just negate the Pydra, but Chandra and the Pydra into a Sangan Kaiman, and then beat over the Primera, and then here we have to think about how we're actually going to out the Dispatter, because this can just destroy or negate at any point. We're just going to go set Kaiman, set Impulse, pass. Okay, that is not going to be good enough. I'm not going to lie. It just simply won't be good enough. And we can't make Seal because we're under Dominus Impulse, so we can't use light effects. Maybe that was a mistake to Impulse to stop the Trudea special, but then they have that on board, which is tough. They draw on the Ghost Ogre here. Then they're going to go main phase, activate Bystial Rebellion, discard, go search out Druid Worm, Dispatter effect to try to special summon out Primera. They Impulse it, sure, but it won't be destroyed because they don't have a trap engrave. Tribute for Bystial Rebellion, go place Regained, and now also if the opponent summons, we get Dispatter back. And then now we're going to go normal summon out Veiler, make Moon Maiden, and then special Druid Worm by banishing Veiler, Regained, put back, draw into a Imperm, then link off into SP, and then SP effect, target the back row, and Druid Worm effect to go ahead and send Chandra. Then they're going to chain the Kaiman to go ahead search out for a Chandra. That also gets banished. Yep, battle phase. Attack over the Pydra, no damage because Pydra, and then set Imperm, pass. So we have Ghost Ogre, Imperm, SP, and then Regained in the Dispatter to try to not lose here. You could also summon out Druid Worm though, but it's probably just going to be Dispatter. And then pass, they draw Bystial Magma. Okay, that's actually a solid draw, because that does beat the Dispatter at least. And it's also just gonna give us a body, which this plus Chandra can make Synchro 10, which is pretty solid. Maybe not in this spot though, but in a lot of spots it is solid. Then Fadra effect the special back, chain regained, and then chain imperm, and then in response they're gonna chain Bystial to banish the Dispatter, and then chain SP to banish itself plus Fadra, and they know the last card enhanced Chandra because they searched it last turn. So now they're gonna go Magma Mud effect, and then they're gonna go regain to put back, draw to stand up. Yes, now they have engine rolling. Yep, we just go ahead and emit defeat. So on to the next game now. We will go ahead and see Denier match go first. Opening hands, we have D-Barrier, Chandra, Drago, Ash Blossom, Chandra. They have Oath, Ghost Ogre, Druid Worm, Called By, Regained. Oh, Called By is pretty good. But they're just going to go normal Drago, set D-Barrier, pass. So they're not going to be playing into Seal. Which is actually crazy because I feel like Drago is such a good card. Such a good card, especially when you could just normal summon it, play around all the hand traps and stuff. And then pass, they draw a Pot of Prosperity, activate Pot of Prosperity, go ahead, banish 6, get hit with Ash Blossom, chain Called By. So now they get to look at the top 6. We can see deck lockdown in their deck. It's like a staple side deck card for this deck. They can also end on the Centur-Ion Synchro 12, the Oxyla, which makes that way their back row can't be popped. That also just makes deck lockdown like infinitely harder to out. It's just a really good floodgate in the first place. But they're just going to grab deck lockdown and put the rest of the cards to the bottom. So maybe they're like, hey, you know, if I can't play, then I'm going to make it so that way my opponent can't play. Activate Oath, set stand up, and then activate deck lockdown, pass. They draw Sangan Kaiman. So why did we activate Oath to place? Interesting. They draw Kaiman there. Then they're just going to go battle phase, declare attack, and then set Kaiman, end phase, reveal, pass. They draw Failings. Okay, so Failings can out it, set Regain, set Failings, pass. They draw into Dominus Impulse, which now this cannot out it because you can Dominus Impulse to negate that. So attack for 19, set Impulse, pass. They draw Mourner. The deck lockdown's going to go. Then they're going to go activate Stand Up, effect, discard Ghost Ogre, place the Primera, activate Failings to try to banish the Drago, and they're just going to let that go. They decide to not try to Dominus Impulse that. And now they're going to go activate Regained, activate Druid Worm, try to banish, and then they're going to let that go. Yep, looks like they are. Okay, so put back, draw Terraforming, Primera, effect a special, chain Dominus Impulse, and then they just go ahead and emit defeat there, because they know the opponent has Chandra. So going on to the next game now. But that's not even game though, right? Like, is that even game? I guess it is, because they have Drago coming back, so then you can't play. Yeah, I guess it probably is just game. I was going to say, because a Light and Dark Chaos Angel is crazy against Tenpai. But now we have Drago, Sangan Summoning, Bystial, Magma, Fadra, Genroku. They have Mourner, Oath, Bond, Stand Up, and Gargoyle. So sadly we drew a bunch of engine here. We only have like one non-engine type card, and that's Bystial Magma. I know this isn't an engine, but it's not non-engine here. Activate Stand Up, discard Gargoyle, place Trudea effect special, then effect, go ahead, spell Traps on itself plus Primera special, Primera effect, go search Wake Up Centur-Ion, then activate Wake Up, place token, and then turn those into Synchro 8, effect, go search Oath. It's also just good to get this card in rotation against Tenpai, because it can't be destroyed by battle if it summons itself back. And then activate Oath, place Autry, and then also it's going to let us do the Synchro 12 play. Then Autry effect, draw on the deck lockdown. Okay, buddy, that's just game. There's no shot they just drew that. Then go on the Oxyla. Oxyla effect, go search, grab out a Primera. Okay. Then they're going to go activate Bonds to spell Trap Zone. Then they're thinking in response, they do have Bystial that can just banish Gargoyle, which they probably should just do here, right? Yeah, go ahead, banish, special summon out, effect the search during end phase. Yeah, Primera is going to get spell Trap Zone, Wake Up, banish, dump Trap. Normal Primera, set deck lockdown. I don't know why they went for Primera. Well, I still don't get it. End phase, what was the point of normal summoning this? End phase, banish, summon out. And then they said both tuners, I messed up. Oh, okay, that's where they got mixed up. I was going to say, I don't see the point of going for this. But, okay, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, if it was like Trudea on field, then you have like Synchro 12 play set up. or they could just like search trap or do it differently somehow. But end phase place Autry, but this should just be good enough. They have deck lockdown, they have synchro plays on the opponent's turn, they have Mourner too, they draw Dora, so they really just drew like too much engine here. But they also, to be fair, they also might be playing too much engine in their deck. I think Dora is like fine, but it depends how many other Tenpais you run. Really, what are the ratios on Fadra, Genroku? Because everything else is standard, you just max out on it. But I guess like what are the ratios on these? Because if they're playing like 2 Fadra, 2 Genroku, and a Dora, that's just too much engine. But okay, yeah, they just go ahead and emit defeat there because the opponent has deck lockdown. You can't really beat that. I guess we could go like normal summon something random. Hopefully Striker Dragon goes through. Hopefully SP goes through and we get to banish this. And then hopefully summoning goes through. Yeah, it's like there's just no way. There's absolutely no way. Not when they have Floodgate plus a negate coming, plus they have Autry draw, and they have Mourner, and they have a bunch of follow-up, a bunch of engine there. So seeing how long the match was about 25 minutes long, and that is going to be it. We ended up seeing Franco Persanio win. I think Centur-Ion is definitely a deck that you need to be prepared for if you are going to a upcoming tournament. This deck's getting more and more popular. Maybe just little stuff like Ghost Ogre, to be able to like Ghost Ogre the guys in the spell Trap Zone, or maybe Ghost Ogre Field Spell in some scenarios. But remember, this can't be destroyed if they have a Centur-Ion anywhere on their field. So watch out for that. Then, like Ghost Ogre works. Cosmic on Field Spell works. Cosmic also can hit the deck lockdown that the deck does play. So like I don't know, like little things like that. Like I don't think you need too much backer removal, but Cosmic's a solid one. I think the other ones are like pretty mid. Like Lightning Storm won't even work because they have this, which makes it so they can't be destroyed. So Cosmic, Ghost Ogre, maybe there's some other cards that are good against this deck, but I'm trying to think about cards that are good against this deck while also just being like fairly generic cards. Like Cosmic isn't the best, but you can side it in against this, you can side it in going first against like everything, because Snake Eye's constantly going for Divine Temple plays, or they're Witch setting, or they're going for Deception. So like Cosmic can work going first against those decks too, or it can work against like the stun decks, the trap decks, any runic variants. So yeah, just throwing things out there. But alright, I'm done yapping. With all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe.